All right, so I'm going to show you a really, really handy trick for when you're using Docker Compose, and that is how you get an interactive shell after you've run Docker Compose up. So the idea here is you have all of your services. Maybe occasionally you need to debug something, you're looking around at something, whatever it is that you need, or you're just running a one-off command. You can still do that. You can do that exactly the same concept anyways. The syntax is slightly different. And the way that we did when we ran docker run and then the name of our image and docker run -it, right? That -it always gets me. Docker run -it, name of the image, and then bash. We can do the exact same thing in Docker Compose. The syntax is slightly different. So just for housekeeping, we are in this build Flask app Docker. I have one terminal open where I ran Docker Compose. Where is it? Okay, where I ran Docker Compose up, and it comes up with all of my nice things, including my Flask application. All right, and then once we have that and it's running, also it's important to note that the service itself has to be running to be able to do this. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. You're going to run Docker Compose exec for like execute a command, the name of your service, bash. Okay, and then this puts us directly here. This puts us directly into our Docker container, just like when we ran Docker run. We can do whatever. We can run ls. We can say, you know, echo hello. I don't know if I have IPython on here. Do I? Yeah, I have IPython on here. We could start to experiment with that a bit. So that's it for that one. And then, you know, just as I showed you earlier, you can also just run a command that just runs and then exits. So there we go. This one is a little bit more tricky because it's like, well, where was this running from? Was it running from the host or from the image? But I'm here to tell you it was running from the image. So that's it for this lesson. I hope that you can see how you can run Docker Compose up, and then you can immediately drop into an interactive shell with Docker Compose exec, service name, bash. Then you're in a shell just like you are on your computer, just like we were earlier when we gave the examples with Docker run. So that's it for this lesson. Thanks. Bye. I will see you in the next one.